Hi, I'm Lanita Medina from Camden, Maine, and I want to show you the very fun little duck that swam away, or the rest of the story on this little fun border. Now, this is from the blog, and so I pretty much copied it exactly. But then I kept thinking there has to be like a duck swimming away. And how do I do this? So I'm going to show you this very fun little duck that swims away and then how to make it. So here's the duck, and then here's the little duck that can swim away. All right, are you ready? And then he can swim back. And I mean, you can put this on a page, you can put this on a piece of paper, you could put it on a little tiny paper album. You can just use this technique for fun. So I will show you, even though this is on the blog, it's not on video. So I'll show you how to make this one first, and then the rest of the swimming away. Can you tell that I really like this? All right. So on this, we have, I mean, it could be called a stray duckling. I call it the duck that ran away. And here are my little notes, just so I remember the measurements. I'm going to start with the yellow background. And by the way, this is from our brand new paper called You Quack Me Up. And I mean, when you're making your little duck swim away, you can say, you quack me up, quack, quack, quack. All right, whatever fun thing you want to do, right? Super pretty, super bright. Love, love, love this paper. And I'm going to show you something else later on another, maybe next week or something, how to use more of that paper. All right, so the first cut for the yellow is 2 3/4. And I'll just go ahead and cut. I'm going to cut off this little wavy part because I'm not going to use it on this one, although you could. Wouldn't matter if you did. But the actual directions show it with straight cut, so I'll go ahead and do a straight cut. So there's that. There's my straight cut, and then the next one uses whatever blade you want. I use the wave because I don't have to worry about flipping the paper and getting the wave wrong, and it felt right. So that is with the blue background, and that is a 2.5 inches, and that's the one that's sitting right here. The other side to the blue background is this gorgeous yellow. So this is 2.5 with the wavy blade. And that I'm gonna cut this side first because I don't want it to be too it's harder to cut a wavy part off of a short piece, right? Or a smaller piece. So there we go. So there's that. And now I have those two pieces, yellow and blue, and then the bubble paper, which is the other side of the very, very fun Quack Quack duck paper. And that one is with a straight blade, and that one is 2 4/4 inches. So the straight cuts are always very easy. 2 1/4, and I did cut this. This is a directional, not that it matters on the other side, but it may matter later for your next idea that you want to make. So just watch directional paper when you're doing things like this. Okay, so there's that. Now, the circle is also quite easy. I actually forgot to grab my mat, so I'm going to go around and grab my mat. But it's right here handy, so that's okay, huh? So here's the mat, and I'm going to cut out of the orange paper, which is part of the ducky paper, this side here, and orange on this side. And this is actually the largest circle, which is the number 3 circle if you have them labeled. And it'll be the green blade that I'm going to use, because I want it to be the outside part of the circle. And then back to the blue paper, same template, and I'm going to go down here in case I want to make another one with the wave. And this will be, make sure I'm not cutting the other one, right? This will be the blue paper, blue blade. Blue paper, blue blade. And I'm going to just take it to the edge a little bit and not waste paper. And there we go. So that part is done. And usually I wait to build everything till the last, but I'm going to go ahead and adhere these pieces because there's quite a few pieces here and I don't want them to get lost. And so I am just going to be a little careful here how I do this because of the duck part. So that's that. Put this on there. Straighten it out a little bit so you can see it straighter. I guess I just kind of like this color here, so I'm leaving it there. And then this is going to go on here. And then we'll make our wave part in a bit. And yeah, I think that will work. I'm trying, you'll see what I'm talking about when I do the little pulling the piece through part. And then for the water piece here, that one is, oh, where is that one? That one is the other side of the yellow, which is this one here. So that is this here. And I'm looking to see, I don't quite have enough on this one. And this is where it's quite fun too, because we get to use the wavy trimmer. And the technique on this one, I'll move this out of the way just briefly. I'll move all that out of the way and these out of the way. The technique on this one is to off-center it, but then off-center it for the wave. So if you look at this, I'm going to have that at your forefront here. And this is a swell and this is a wave. So I am following the wave line here. So I'm going to cut off a piece first. And it's not going to be very big. And then for my next piece, I'm going to move the paper down, and that creates the little swell. And you can do it as thick or as thin as you want, but for the duck swimming away idea, I kind of need to make it a little bit thicker. So and I think that should be good. If it's not, you can always play around with it and experiment some more. So that's very easy. Do you see how that came out nicely? Yeah. Right, so now we have that piece and that piece. That's going to go over here at the top. And I made it a little thicker than that one because that one was a little thin to do what I wanted to do. All right, now the little ducks. Those are so cute. So here's the new duck punch. And everybody should have that one, I think. My scissors fell, so I'm going to need those. And then back to the yellow paper, which is the other side of this. I'm going to cut some ducks out of it. Now I only need 3 ducks, but they have yellow bills, and that's a whole other quick little lesson or fun thing that you can do, but I won't do it this time. All right, let's get rid of that one. That one has, okay, and you can see that you can save paper by going halfway through. There we go. And I'm just going to put those aside. And now, since the little bills are yellow, I'm going to cut a few more little ducks out of the yellow. And I'm going to see if I'm going to cut them out of this because all I need is the yellow bill. And so I'm okay with missing some of the duck parts because all I need is that yellow bill. You can also use that part. And so you don't need as many. So I have 1, 2, and I need 3. So I'll do this part here. And there we go. Now, on the little bill part, I felt like it was easier to use the glue pen. So I'm just going to put the glue right, I'm going to line them up right here and put the glue on here and just dot it there. Just because that's where, and I hope y'all have the glue pen. This is a great pen. In fact, I had to get a new one because mine was all used up. All right, so then I'm just going to take the scissors and cut that piece off and just tap it right on. And that was why I felt like it was easier, because I didn't have to, and I can use my tool for this too, I didn't have to try and put tape run around that. There we go. Because it's such a tiny little area, right? Which is the repositionable is great for that too, by the way. Oh, you know what? I was going to show you on the other piece on that. I'm just going to, I'll save that for another lesson, and I'll just cut myself another bill out here. So there's that. There's the little duck bill. And I can maybe get it closer to there and not have to carry it around. And there it is. Okay, so there's the duck bill. Move all that stuff aside for another time. But as you can see, there is a stray duck left, right? That left, right? Correct? Because we did cut some orange ducks out, and here's a fun way to use them by having it swim away. So with the foam squares, I'm just going to go ahead and put one duck down here. Just going to build this part here just so that in this I have not glued down yet. I think I can now. So I'm just thinking out loud here as I do this. I really do want to put the entire, I want to tape down the entire part of this. So you really want to tape all of this part, and you'll see why. Once I tape it down, tape it all down, and it's gonna want to stick all over the place, but the important part is this part right here between the circle and the other, and I want that a little higher. Okay, so that looks about high enough. That can be a little lower, and there we go. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of tape for there. All right, so then the other little ducks need a little bit of foam square. I don't know why I always foam squares. I don't know why I always feel like I make a huge mess when I do this stuff. Do y'all make messes when you, I just throw things around. Okay. Maybe that's part of the little creative process, huh? I'm going to put this a little higher so I get the little eye inside that dark part, and then the duck has a darker eye, and so it shows up better. And then tuck this behind, and there you go. Now it's riding the wave. All right, so here's this is the cool part where we already did this part. Now you're going to, I'm going to switch this out and bring in this piece here. And there are a couple ways on this. I'm actually looking for this piece. We may use this one, so I'm going to keep this handy. I grabbed some of the cardstock that is from the free square. I want a 1/4 of an inch of the white, a strip of white cardstock. Pull this up a bit to be my pulling piece. And you won't use the entire thing, but I'll have that here ready. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut through. So basically, I am going to cut through, and that's why I was looking at it earlier. I wanted to build it for you first because I want you to see the process. Because you could leave it like this, right? But if you want the duck swimming away, then I'm going to have you cut through 2 layers. I'm going to take this off. And that's why I was careful putting tape here, because I don't want any tape there because that's where it's going to pull from. Okay, now you could have done this before, but I didn't want to make it confusing. So that's why I waited and made the whole border. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure you can see this. I want to cut in between here. I'm going to just make a line and just cut in between the waves. So it's going to feel a little weird. And I'm not going all the way. I'm just going to go, I guess I better cut it straight though. I see I'm crooked here. I'm just going to start from about 1/2 inch away, and then I'll go all the way over to there. And it may need a little more, I'm not sure, but I'm just looking. I think I want it a little bit more. And then I'm going to put this back on, and I put an extra wave there, but that would be this piece, but you do not need it. I was just playing around, okay? And so then what you're going to do is you'll put your little duck on the edge here. And when you do this, you're just going to want to, you know, kind of play and experiment. And so when I put the duck on, I grabbed a whole piece, like a big chunk of it. You know, I want him right there. And then I'm going to just take that part off here. And then I'm just going to put this right back in here, and then this is going to go through here and here, and just watch and see what happens. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to tape the rest of this down. I'll tape a little more there, and I have that side taped and that side, and so then your little duck can be swimming away. And it can't swim all the way because you blocked it a bit, right? And then you can swim back. Now, I think it'd be really cute for you to do this when you're showing your grandkids or your kids or whoever, right? And have them swim away. So you may be wondering, what about that long piece? What I did is, you can see that I cut it. I send it all the way over as much as I can, and then cut it about to there. And then I'll show you how it looks on a page. So see, you can use this leftover if you want, right? And you can put it there. I was just trying to make it look like more like a river or whatever, but it doesn't really make a difference. You can do it however, it still works however you want it to work, right? So are you super excited? Okay, I got so excited when I did this. Look how it looks on a page. And I'm just going to use the baby album here. And I'm going to the last page just because it's easy. And take a look at putting it on a page. This is a Fast and Fat page, so it's super easy. And I'm just going to tap it on there just briefly, right? And then there you go. Right? There's your duck swimming away. So it's either the duck that got away, or not the ugly duckling, the swimming duckling, or I don't know what you want to call him, the stray duckling. Don't go away, or I'm leaving. Anyway, okay, so this, you can see, just can sit here. It's not bothering anything, right? But it's ready to be pulled out. All right, have so much fun with this. You can tell I'm very excited. I just love stuff like this. And oh yeah, I was going to show you this part. It sometimes wants to come up, and all you have to do, so you're wondering about a page protector, that will help it from doing what it just did when it wants to raise up, because your page protector is going to help keep it in place. Because once this is down, you know, this stays down because your page protector will keep it held down. All right. I hope you're so excited, and I hope you're as excited as I am. Until next Wednesday. Bye.